Greetings, everyone. I'm talking to everyone, male and female, in this video. If you're a good man, then you're not going to be offended with the things I'm going to say, okay? And if you're a good woman and you know you deserve better, you're going to endorse this video by liking, sharing it with a friend or a friend of a friend, okay? Now, I'm not going to spare any words in this video. I'm not going to worry about people's feelings. If you are a narcissist and you want to take it some type of way, that's your problem. I'm just going to speak my truth as per usual. Now, I'm from Jamaica, and when I hear the word Diddy, I think about some of these men. In Jamaica, you know what Diddy is? And when you add Puff to Diddy, can you imagine how disgusting that thing is? It's gross. And the behavior of some of the men that women end up with is gross. All right? I'm not trying to spare any man's feelings. Some of you men are real Diddy, you know? And you deserve to be scraped up and thrown over into some place where no one has to tolerate you. We are seeing all these things going around about Puff Diddy, and I'm not going to be a black woman who's going to be out here riding and dying for the black man, swearing for black men, when, if truth be told, the ones who allow these men to get power, they're not discriminating against those who build them, and they'll do all kinds of stuff against women because they have backative. We hear these allegations coming out, and you cannot call something an allegation when you have video evidence of this doodle Diddy dragging a female, treating her like a punching bag. You see, the thing is, the question I have with this is that, so where did these videos come from? How did they surface now? They had this thing all along, and that's why I'm very convinced that when people are brought into certain clubs, they have to have secrets on you for you to, you know, flourish and prosper. Sorry about that, I had to pause. So forgot what I was saying in that last clip, but what I'm saying is some women get involved with this real Diddy and their lives change forever. Now these influential persons, men, you know, they get away with so much. And when I saw that video with the girl being dragged and treated so horribly, I know that was always there, and that was just kept on a shelf for the right moment, especially when these ones fall out of line. Because listen, these ones have instructions and they're supposed to follow a certain etiquette or a certain rule, and when they try to deviate, because they get so full of themselves, these Puff Diddies, they get so full of themselves that they think they can get away with anything, but things always catch up with these ones, rightfully so. So I'm on the tandem today that some of us women, we're married to some real Puff Diddy, get involved with these Diddy that we think we can change or fix. And the longer you stay in these situations, you find that things only get worse, more stink. The more you try to cover the Diddy, the more it stings. And when you finally can take the stench and it's dug up, oh my goodness. Another Puff Diddy is Cora Obidi's ex-husband. What a stinker of a Diddy he is. you have some bad mind men, they don't want to do right by you. For example, he felt like when he left Cora after she gave birth, she was just gonna burn, and for some reason he felt that he was gonna have control, because a lot of times you have men who get involved with women who think that they're better than the woman. They feel like they're the gift of the woman, and so when they wait for the opportune time to what they think destroy you, and they run away or abandon you and find out that your life is better after they leave, this is when they come at you. Because this Puff Diddy that Cora Obidi is married to, what a real stinker. I have to repeat myself, what a stinker. The guy is just so full of bad mind, and that's one of the problem with some of these Puff Diddys. They envy the woman that they're with, and it might not make any sense to you, but it seems like Puff Diddy envied this woman, because some of these Puff Diddies under the radar, they want to be like women. They want to be like women, and so they get involved with the most beautiful women, trying to make people think that they're into women, and because they can't be the woman, they treat them terribly. I can think of all these different men who get involved with women and end up treating them like that they're animals. And I want to say to my sisterins, love yourself. Don't tolerate these Diddy men. Don't let them make you feel worse about yourself. Some of the things that women tolerate is because of religion, telling you that you're supposed to be with one man and you're supposed to, be subservient and be submissive. We can only be submissive to men who know how to treat women. We're not going to be submissive to some waste men, some loser men, some men who just want to control women. Because if you think about a lot of men who preach about submission, they're losers. Men who want to use their physical power to control women, who they see are ambitious. Because if you take a look at a lot of relationships, women who are well educated, not just beautiful but well educated, women who are ambitious, they tend to be involved with some men who, we don't want to say other human beings are beneath us, but we want to say that there are some men that some of these women will get involved with, like a charity case. And oftentimes these men that have no self-esteem, they look for a woman that they think has no self-esteem and try to put power over them. I'm a bit tongue-tied because some of the things I want to say, I'm not really saying it, and that's what sometimes I hate about myself. I try to censor myself too much on this app. But some of these men, Jamaican people would call dirty man, some real dirty man, okay, that should stay by themselves or team up with other men, because this is what happens with these dirty men that don't like women. These narcissists, these men who want to compete with women. These men that, you're telling yourself because of religious beliefs, oh, I'm going to forgive. They do you the same thing 100 times and you're forgiven. You know why they keep doing it? Because they realize that you don't value yourself. The moment you get up and brush off yourself and say, no, I'm not tolerating this anymore, you start to see the other side of them. See that they're little sweet Diddies that should have been, flushed. So if you're with a Diddy man, don't be afraid to flush him. You cannot sanitize Diddy. Okay? So all of a sudden, I guess whatever pact they make with the devil is coming to that end, because all of these Diddy men, when they treat women terribly and their justice is coming upon them, and you see their life unraveling before your eyes, and they come with their fake cries saying that I'm so sorry. They're only sorry that they didn't destroy you. They're sorry that they left evidence. Now, I want to share more of my story, but if I don't see those views, Yeah, I want the views on that video because I don't want to be, when I tell stories and I'm not seeing the love on the story, then it's not that interested. You don't really want it that much. But in this season of talking about responsibility and talking about relationships and all these things, I'm going to call it like it is. A lot of these famous so-called, black men and other men that you see, and if you stop and look closely, that a lot of these African men, before the career is over, they're brought to open shame. That is because they were used to destroy other black people like themselves. And if they're not black people and you see their life falling apart and they fall into the same Diddy clan, it's because they try to use an African woman. Mother Nature is helping the woman escape, like the lady Cora Obidi, that sack of Diddy person. And I see so many other black women getting involved with these Diddy men, and everything seems beautiful on the surface, but when things start fall apart and they tell you the things that they've been through, and I'm not going to judge them because not every one of your personal story you want to put out there on the social media. Some people have a problem saying, oh, people are pretending in their relationship. No, it's not really right for you to be married to somebody and be hearing your grievance and your trash online. But if the person is trying to drag you, you should defend yourself. I am all for the women or men who people try to tell stories on that are not true, defending themselves. Yeah, so guys, don't waste your time feeling sorry for these Diddy men who do all kinds of atrocious things to women when they're getting their karma. Leave them to time. Diddy deserve everything that is happening to him. He didn't just violate women, he violated young men. And for all these Diddy men in the world who continue to drag and push and do all kinds of terrible things to women, your day is coming, darling. Not too long from now. Stay blessed, everyone.